Robbie Omondi highlights breast cancer in men.
At the Bumula grounds in Bungoma County, the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, graced by Health Cabinet Secretary Dr. Deborah Mulongo. Cancer patients and survivors who attended the event hit out at the new Social Health Authority for not taking care of cancer patients, unlike NHIF, which supported the patients for at least Kenyan shillings 100,000 per session.
So unapata saa hizi wale wenye wanaenda kwa treatment imekuwa ni ngumu sana kwa sababu ya hii rollout ya SHA na from NHIF. Wengi haifanyi kazi na unapata wagonjwa wengi wako nyumbani wanaumia.
I have been trying to register, but when you go to check your profile, it is telling you coming soon. If it is coming soon, when will it ever assist us?
Dr. Mulongo, however, said the government, through the new medical cover, is committed in ensuring that all Kenyans get quality health services, including cancer patients.
Kugeuza ama change is not tukizoea maneno tunataka kubaki hapo. Lakini na hii social health insurance inahakikisha Wakenya wote wanaweza pata huduma. Na sasa ndio maana tunasema to register.
Unlike the myths and beliefs that cancer is like a death sentence, the survivors have given a ray of hope for those going through the medications, as they call on Kenyans to go for early cancer screenings.
Cancer ni ugonjwa na inaweza katibika na mtu anaweza akapona, so long as you have positive attitude towards it.
Uko na cancer, what next? Serikali ishughulike, huyo mtu aanzishwe matibabu mapema.
Tumeamua kama Wizara ya Afya kwamba mradi ambaye sasa tutakuwa tukiendesha ni ile ya kuzuia ugonjwa, sababu wahenga walisema ni rahisi kuzuia kuliko kuponya.
The national government and Bungoma County government were also on defense as community health volunteers decried 6 months stipends delays. This comes even as the government mounts pressure on residents to be registered on the new health insurance model.
Sasa muone nyinyi ni wa muhimu na tutawashughulikia kabisa kama county na pia kama national. Hiyo pesa tunaenda kushughulikia.
Kama hujapata iko inakuja. Muweni na imani. Sina kweli?
John Makuba, K24 TV.
As now, breast cancer, as we now move on, over the years has mainly been linked to women, hence the reason why women are at more risk due to hormonal fluctuations. However, men can also develop breast cancer, and even though rare, men should also be aware of common symptoms like lumps, discharge and skin discoloration around the breast cancer. Let's get the report from Robbie Omondi.
For most septuagenarians, life in their 70s should be about enjoying life. One would picture them in their retirement running after their doting grandchildren.
I have got an insurance company.
But for some, like John Mwangi Karaoke, this part of their life is spent with endless visits to the hospital.
Because it is now the breast.
On this day, we met him during a chemotherapy session.
Sasa nikiangalia nikaona hiyo nipo imeingia ndani. Nikauliza bibi, namna gani mambo yanaenda hivi, hata titi langu linataka kutoroka liende.
His first hospital visit 2 years ago bore no fruits. It wasn't until the pain he was feeling persisted that he sought a second opinion.
Sasa ikienda kwa kwapa nikasema iko na kitu, na nikaambia bibi iko na kitu hii. Mbona nasikia chukungu kidogo.
The 72-year-old was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer early this year after a biopsy exam.
Uvimbe mwenyewe ulitolewa tarehe 12 mwezi wa 5 mwaka huu. Sasa baada ya kutolewa, sasa akasema sasa hiyo inatolewa, inapelekwa kwa mahabara, wanaangalia hata zaidi. Wakaenda wakaangalia hata zaidi, wakasema ndio sasa inatakikana sasa nifanyiwe hii wanaita chemotherapy.
Cancer is a leading cause of death worldwide, accounting for nearly 10 million deaths, were breast cancer accounting for 2.26 million cases, lung cancer 2.21 million cases, colon and rectum 1.93 million cases, stomach cancer accounts for 1.09 million cases. Oncologists note that while breast cancer is more common in women, men should also be aware of common symptoms like lumps, discharge and skin discoloration around the breast area.
In terms of the percentages, it accounts for around 1% of the total number of breast cancers. So it means in 100 people who have breast cancer, then only one is likely to be a man. Most of the time in males, the mass tends to adhere to the chest wall because now there is no, the breast space is not as adequate in males as it is in females.
Back to Mwangi, the father of three, cites cost of treatment as a major challenge for most Kenyans.
Kwa sababu utajiuliza kama unataka kula chakula siku hiyo ama unataka kwenda kulipia bima.
And as he sits through his final chemo session, Mwangi is calling on men to go for regular checkups.
Mtu akianza mapema na ikijulikana mapema, unajua kutibu ni rahisi. Lakini ukikaa sana, shida huwa kubwa.
Robbie Omondi, K24.
The Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, has reaffirmed its intention to field candidates in all positions, including the presidency during the 2027 general election. The party's interim leader, Anyang' Nyong'o, together with Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga, have made the announcement signaling the party's continued ambition to shape Kenya's political landscape. Mariam Jahid reports.
Political parties continue preparing for the 2027 general elections. ODM, which is part of the Azimio coalition, has pledged to field candidates for all positions. Wanga denied claims that ODM has been absorbed by the government, stating that the party will run for the presidency and all other positions in the 2027 election.
We hope that our party will sweep seats, starting from MCAs, MPs, governors, senators, and we are not going to leave any seat, including the presidency of this country.
Governor Wanga made these remarks during a ceremony welcoming Professor Anyang' Nyong'o home after he was appointed as the party's interim leader. She said the party is determined to continue governing with a focus on the welfare of the people.
We are not confused at all. ODM stands alone as a party. That is a movement for the people. We are social democrats. We will speak for the people. We will stand with the people. We will move with the people. And we will stand under the guidance of Raila Amolo Odinga, having left for us now Peter Anyang' Nyong'o.
Professor Nyong'o, who is also the governor of Kisumu, stated that ODM will continue to fight for good governance to improve the lives of Kenyans.
Viongozi ni viongozi kamili, and you all can only be true to your colors if in your deeds and your commitments are seen. The test of a constitution is when it changes the lives of the people in line with the principles, the laws and the commitments therein stated. So we have the responsibility to continue the struggle while the party chairman, party leader is away, to make sure that we don't deviate in any way.
This follows Raila Odinga stepping down from ODM leadership to focus on running for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission, AUC. Mariam Jahid, K24, Nairobi.
Now, two suspects have been arraigned before an Nakuru court for supplying counterfeit pesticides to farmers across the country. This comes as residents of Sira village in Ugunja appeal for government's aid to three orphans whose uncle allegedly demolished their house in a bid to grab their land.
Police in Nakuru County have bust a racketeering syndicate supplying counterfeit pesticides across the country, arresting two suspects who were trailed from Mombasa before being impounded in Njoro and later arraigned in court.
Ametembea lakini tumekuwa tukimfuatilia. Sasa tumeweza kumkamata na kuna wengine ambao wanafanya kazi na yeye. Tunafuatilia, wako kwa rada yetu, tunaendelea kuwatafuta.
At the same time, residents of Siranyawita village in Ugunja are appealing to the government and well-wishers to urgently come to the aid of 3 orphans whose uncle allegedly demolished their house in a bid to grab their land. Speaking to the media, the villagers, who included close members of the family, lamented that one of the orphans was languishing in prison cells after failing to raise a bond after he was charged with trespassing on the land.
Tulikuwa na baba yetu mkubwa ambaye alikuwa ametulea. Alitoa huko kwa boma kubwa akatuleta kwa baba yangu huu mdogo ambaye tumeishi naye, ambapo alishakufa. Kukufa kwake tushaanza kuona vitu nyingi.
Ilikuwa kama nasaidia kama nani. Sasa nasema hii si watoto yake, si watoto ya familia yao. Ilikuwa nasaidia kama nani. Hiyo ndio maneno yangu.
Muda huo wote tangu Tina alipokuwa amekufa, mbona hangeweza kusubiri kueleza Tina alipokuwa bado hai kwamba wewe sio ndugu wangu, akamfukuze? Mbona anasubiri wakishazikwa ndio na dhulumu wa yatima?
This comes as a section of Vihande ward residents in Kakamega County staged a protest urging the county government to expedite the completion of Vihande Bridge that connects Vihande ward to Butoto East ward.
Hiyo kazi imesimama kwa muda kidogo kwa sababu ya upungufu wa pesa upande wa contractor, na yeye pia anangoja upande wetu tumlipe, na hiyo malipo vile nimesema kila kitu iko tayari, ni kungoja hiyo.
Bentura Komboka, K24, Nairobi.
Well, that report by Bentura Komboka brings us to another break right here on K24 Evening Edition. We'll be back with more updates in a short while.